Okay then, this video is showing you what I use at night time when I shoot vermin. It's a combination of IR binocular, IR scope and a thermal spotter. Now I'd set the binocular up that you can see there, and while I got that set up I was setting the rifle up, so I didn't actually see the mass on that bit, but as you can see it made an appearance pretty much as soon as I set the binocular up. This view is from the Leaf NV400, nice 4K scope, quite heavy but it gets the job done. Ballistic app on this one is all built in, so you're not uploading your app to the scope, it's all built in once the firmware is installed with the ballistic app, and all you need to do then is go into the menu and update the settings. So pretty good actually. So what you can see here is me scanning with the scope and just checking on the distance with the laser rangefinder. That automatically then is set with the ballistics on board, so the shot will hit wherever that reticle is pointing. Now for this particular one, the reticle has a holdover point that you can't see but I can. Something that will probably bring out soon that you can see it as well. Now this was a view of I believe it's probably a rat through the bushes. There's a brook or stream, and I think he was on the opposite bank. Lots of places for the rats and mice to hide. There's a couple of pallets there, different things on, so they feel safe under the pallets, especially with the tarpaulin on top as well. Now one of the benefits of this InfiRay, it's the InfiRay T2, and it's probably one of the cheapest ways of getting into thermal. Costs around £299 if you shop around. But the benefit over this, with this over normal infrared, is that you can see the heat source, so this will see what you can't see through a normal IR camera. So that mass is well behind the bushes. I couldn't see that with normal night vision sight, but at least you know it's there. So with the spotters you can identify the heat source, work out whether it's a rat or a mouse, rabbit or whatever, and then point your normal IR scope in that direction in the hope that you will eventually see it. So once again, your eyes are not always on every camera. I mean, this one was the NV200 binocular, which is set up pointing at the pallet. Later on I adjusted it to point at the bag, but sometimes I was using the thermal scope, other times I was looking through the rifle scope, so I missed this particular bit as well. But here it comes again, and I missed all this bit as well. So I was looking through another device. I suppose if there's two of you, you can pick them up easier. But I think he ate most of the initial first batch of bread I put out. So eventually I'll put some more bread out for him. There you can see possibly a mouse by the size of that, and if you look to the bottom right of the screen, you'll see where the 3 red dots are. If you press that, you'll get a reticle that detects the heat and just keeps the reticle on the heat source. So really good idea. Just zooming in with the phone there, and I think that's why these are so cheap, because all you're doing, you're paying for the camera which plugs into your phone. The software then uses the phone as the camera source, so that's where you save the money for like £299.
Okay. Sack back there.
That was the NV400.
You see a bit of bread right there? Well, there's more than one piece there before. So that's what I had.
As you can see, you get a really clear picture. I think at that point I'd seen the thermal, and I was looking with the rifle scope to see if I could see anything, but you can see how thick the vegetation is. The thermal can pick them out really easy, as you could see. This mass was on the back of a wheelie bin. I was outside the car when I filmed this, so by the time I got in the car to get the rifle out, it'd gone. Probably inside the bin, to be honest. But yeah, seems to be more mice than rats on this occasion. But there's still a menace for the football club.
Yeah, there's a rat hole.
Because they've got a cafeteria and don't want them in there. As you can see, the mouse is back, thick inside the bushes there. And the reticle picked the heat source up. I think what he was doing is getting Brad running away and munching on it behind the bushes. But not to worry, got plenty of Brad. I know you can use peanut butter or chocolate or whatever to keep them in one spot, but not too worried, just keeps them coming.
He's on the bank the other side of the stream.
Right, I got out of the car again for this one. Just a quick scan around the back. Nothing on the bin this time. Bit on the left hand side where the stockade is, there's a couple of mice playing around. Another skip that was full of rats last year, and that's what got us concentrating on the rat problem, but seems to have been solved now. There's a mouse, and another one will come into view. I believe that's was coming from the bank, the other one. I tend to run through the stockade from the range into the area where I was. Little rat run by the wall. I think that picks them up pretty easy. I don't think I was seeing those through the normal IR, so it was in the undergrowth, but the heat detection did.
Okay, so the little shit's run off with all the
Back to the bag, and looks like it ate all the food.
I think he has there as well. I'm going to put some more out. Using the one Leaf NV400 on the Rexham Pretenses.
You can see the mouse there, but he decided he didn't want to hang around, so that's about as near as I got to him on that occasion. So I decided to get the thermal out again. See, it picks up the clouds, it picks up the wind turbine. And while I was doing this, the mass was playing again. And you'll see in a bit how the NV200 picked the mass up munching on bread. You can see the mass there. Going back to red hot. It's got about 6 colour palettes. Where it's picked up the heat there, I think there's an electric cable. So that's keeping it warm. But they do pick up on everything. Quite a nice piece of kit actually. And eventually I saw the mass on the thermal camera and got the rifle out. So as you can see, while I was using the thermal, the mass was munching away for a good 2 minutes. This is sped up. But yeah, I did get to him in the end though. It's like it went straight from thermal up through the NV200. I could see him as plain as day. So it's time to shoot him. Now the view through the scope.
Yeah. It's a mess. So there seems to be more mice than rats tonight. So get the grabbers and get him out of here.
So that's the kit I use when I go out shooting for vermin. Thanks for watching.